stylist is ready for the client to come back to the station, they'll be escorted from the waiting room to the station and to begin their consultation. Jackie Jeans is going to have a standard set of questions that each stylist is required to ask their client in order to really gain a thorough understanding of what the client wants and desires out of this visit. Stylists aren't limited to these questions, but they are instead encouraged to really use their expertise that they have learned through their schooling and through salon experience to really guide the visit in any way that they see fit. Jackie Jeans is going to seek out stylists who have an appropriate amount of experience in order to really handle these divergent processes. In the salon, there are so many different types of customers with different inputs, different wants and desires, different hair textures, hair colors, and a stylist really needs to be able to take on the ability to understand what is going to be best for their client. The next way that Jackie Jeans is going to really provide adequate service is by continuing education within the salon. And this isn't just training on different styling techniques or coloring techniques, but really we want to emphasize communication between the stylist and the client and really teach them how to communicate effectively and utilize these information skills.
Okay, so after the consultation comes the hair wash and style and then the actual service of the haircut. And we want to emphasize too that salon processes are steeped in communication anyway. Stylists and clients are always talking about what they want and how they're doing, but at Jackie Jeans we really emphasize that this is an ongoing thing throughout the entire process. We want stylists to keep asking their clients, how's the service so far? Is there anything that we can tweak or change to improve it? Or have you changed your mind about anything that we talked about earlier? And it's in this way that we seek to prevent any dissatisfaction with our clients later on, so that we don't have to do that recovery process, which can be time-consuming and costly to us. After the haircut is the blow dry and style. And we ask that our stylists do two very small things that actually make a really big difference to our clients. And the first thing is that they tell them 2 ways that they can style their hair, and then also educate them about the best way to style their hair and which products to use to achieve the look that they want. And the reason this is so important is simply that most salons really focus on that middle space, that shared space in the process between the client and stylist. But it's important to take a look at the post-production process. What is the client experience after they leave the salon? Yes, they leave and they drive home, but at some point they also wash their hair and blow dry and style their hair themselves. And it's right there that we have a really good opportunity to add value to the service that's performed in the salon. One of the biggest complaints that people have when they leave the salon is that they can't recreate the style that they left the salon with. They just simply don't know how to do it. If we can help our clients achieve that style themselves at their own home, we've really added great value to their service, and they'll want to return to us because we take the time to do that.
Once the client has finished their service with the stylist, they're going to be taken back to the front desk where they can pay for their visit, as well as asked if they want to pre-book for their next appointment. Pre-booking is the #1 tool that salons use in order to really keep that steady demand. And that goes back to our initial problem. Do we have too many stylists on hand who aren't doing anything? Or do we have too little stylists and we have customers who are waiting or being turned away because we haven't sufficiently scheduled our capacity to meet demand? In order to get clients to pre-book, stylists have the option of incentivizing their clients by either offering a discount on their next service and by telling them that they don't have any fees if their appointment gets canceled or rescheduled, that they can pre-book right now, and if it falls through, it's going to be okay and they won't be penalized for it. This is really going to be able, it's going to allow the salon to better schedule capacity and demand and keep their stylists busy and their customers happy.
So in most salons, this is the very last step. The client pays and then they leave. But for staging purposes for our salon, what we want to do is the very last thing that happens before a client leaves the salon is that they leave with a small party gift. It'll be something very small that doesn't cost very much, and that Jackie Jeans provides so that the stylist can personalize a small gift for their clients. It might just have a small trial size of a product and a small treat in it, or a coupon to a store that they like to frequent. Anything like that, like I said, simple and small. But what it does is it gives the client something in hand that they're taking away from the service that they've gained from the service. With services, it's often hard to see the value that you've gained just because something was changed, but you weren't actually given anything. So this is us giving them something more that makes them feel like they got extra value from their visit in Jackie Jeans that day.
Once the client leaves, all stylists are required to update their information system on the client with the visit that they just had. This includes updating the techniques they used on cutting and styling and coloring their hair, the products they used, the products they may have talked about, and any details that the client volunteered to them about their personal life. Once again, birthdays, anniversaries, or any large upcoming events that they have in their life. That way, stylists can really build that relationship and have it continue to grow. Uses of this can roll over into the next appointment, where they can check up on their client and ask, oh, how did you like how we styled your hair last time? Would you like something similar? Would you like to try something new? This product that we talked about last time, it's on sale, just so you know, for reference when you check out, if you'd like to maybe take a look at that. And it's really going to, once again, continue to build that relationship and not just be a place where you're on a first name basis, but it's continuously growing.
Okay, the very next thing that we want to talk about as far as Jackie Jeans go is kind of the marketing plan that we have for Jackie Jeans. With services, especially salons, it's very experiential based. Meaning that if a person wants to, compare and contrast to salons, it's really hard to do unless they've actually experienced the salon. They can check up on price and location maybe as far as search properties go, but really knowing if they want to go somewhere, they'll want to experience to know for themselves. And so our marketing tools focus on getting people into the salon in order to experience this firsthand. The first way that we want to do this is simply by having salon events. Every Jackie Jeans once a month will be required to hold an after-hours salon event where all Jackie Jeans clients are invited to come, and especially encouraged to bring someone new along with them who's never experienced Jackie Jeans before. And these are fun little parties, basically where we have a stylist that they can get to know, teaching a small, quick class about styling tips or tricks that people can use to try at home on their own hair, or get them more familiar with the product line that maybe they don't know about yet. We'll have a raffle for like drawing for free retail products and light refreshments. So really it's just a fun way to get people into the salon to experience it for themselves and be more comfortable coming back because they had a good experience with us one time.
Our last tool with marketing is going to be referral cards. And once again, it's another way to get new customers into the salon and really experience those things that Jackie Jeans has to offer. And this has benefits to current customers, new customers, as well as stylists. For the current customer who's recommending their friend or their family member, they're going to be able to receive 50% off their next haircut. With the new customer, they're going to be offered a free product, as shown on this sample referral card. And for the stylist, they're going to really have control over who they're marketing to, how many new clients they are really wanting to attract, how many free things they're really going to want to offer with these services. And the new customer really is going to want to come in because not just of the free product, but they're going to be receiving a recommendation from a trusted friend or family member, and that has a lot of credence to it. And it's really going to increase the loyalty among current customers as well as new customers and really contribute to the success of Jackie Jeans.
So that's our presentation for you today. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something from it.
Thank you, Miranda and Eileen. I really appreciate you taking the time to come back in and help out future students in preparing their presentations. Now, what I'd like to do is just take a minute and just mention about how you can make a presentation, I think, of this quality as well. If you're just starting one of my classes, you might have a little anxiety now thinking, wow, how can I do a presentation like that? Well, part of this is that a lot of the things that they covered here, not a lot of things, everything they covered here, was really tied into course principles. In my courses, we cover things such as service strategy, these issues of capacity planning, the issues of waiting management, the issues of quality management, the issues of building customer loyalty and so forth. So we have modules in the course that cover all these topics. And I don't know if you saw, but at the bottom of the screen they actually had references to 9B or 10C or whatever, which are actually principles from the book that we use in the course that the students are applying in this particular situation. So as you think throughout the semester, as you learn these principles in the course, you'll be able to have the opportunity to then apply them if you choose to do a micro-franchise or a consulting report or some type of project, to apply them in that situation. What I'd like to do, and I didn't tell Miranda and Eileen this, is I'd like to, if they have for these future audiences, any advice you can give the students about preparing a successful presentation. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like that. Do you have any advice you could give future students?
One of the things that we did that was extremely beneficial, I think, was we had weekly meetings. We didn't leave it to the last minute to compile all this information to write a 20-page report, but we met weekly, and whatever principles we were discussing in class, we applied to our plan, and I think that really helped.
I agree. That's definitely what did it for us. Like, we just, every principle, we asked ourselves, how does this apply to what we're doing? Talked about all the options, and then also picked out the ones that we felt weren't really viable options and decided to leave those out, which is another important part of it too.
Great. Thank you very much.